Welcome to the game store. How can I help you? Not sure? Just browsing. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. How about I show you like an overview of the stuff we have. Yeah. Yeah, sure, no problem. Oh, you noticed? Yeah. My favorite Pokemon. Bulbasaur. It's pretty cute, huh? Let's see. I mean, he is the #1 Pokemon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The stuff. Well, we have a variety of game consoles, actually, and we have video games, obviously, video game magazines, we have guidebooks, we have Pokédexes, just about anything you could think of that is related to video games. Yeah, I'll show you all of it. Okay, what would you like to start with? Doesn't matter. Okay, well, let's go with, game consoles, or handheld devices, whichever you prefer. The first thing we have here is a Game Boy XP. Now this is personally my favorite version of the Game Boy. As you can see here, it flips open like that. Flips. And it's just nice, like game-wise. You can just sort of, play. Everything's right there for you. Hands are right next to each other, that sort of thing. And this one does play the older games, as you can see here. And it also plays Game Boy Advance games. It doesn't play the DS, like microchip ones, or the 3DS ones, obviously, since those came later. But it does work. I do have a charger for it. It's not very much since it is an older version and it is used. It does not come with the game. Oh yeah, you can see it here. Very easy to change those. This is Pokemon Yellow version is what most people call it, but it's actually a special Pikachu edition. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. This comes separately. I'm sure if you wanted to get both, I could make you a deal. Yeah. Okay, I will set that over here for now. Okay. Next we have the version that was right before that one, which is the Game Boy Advance. And it's sort of a purple color. It also plays the older games as well as the Game Boy Advance games. I don't actually have any of those with me to show you right now, but hopefully you can take my word for it. And this one, I like this one too. It's shaped a lot like a controller, I'd say, which is nice. Yeah, you can take a look. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I had one of these when I was a kid. This was my first kind of Game Boy, actually. Yeah. Yep. That one is a little bit cheaper than the XP since it is an older version. Then we have the newest version of Nintendo's handheld game systems, which is the 3DS. Here you can see it. I believe this is the midnight purple color, which sort of has a gradient here, where it's sort of lighter and then gets darker. And it has the microchip type games. This is actually Pokemon Omega Ruby for the 3DS. And this is lightly used. But here you can see we have an analog stick and buttons, everything. There's a touchscreen down here. Yep. Your wireless, you can connect to Wi-Fi on these. And they have your little stylus down here that is extendable. And it's really nice. I do get a bit nostalgic with the older ones, but it's a great device. Yeah. Yep, that one is a bit pricey, even slightly used. And then we have some vintage stuff, I guess you could call it. And this does come with remotes, controllers, memory cards, all of your wires that you need to hook it up. And it's pretty great, actually, in my opinion. A old PlayStation 1. Yep. With the huge areas for memory cards. The controllers going in the back. Yep. It does still work. It does. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, it doesn't cost very much. It's very well used and just sort of one of those things that would be cool to have. Yeah. I used to play when you were a kid. Yeah, there's just something kind of great about crappy graphics and old video games. Yeah. And we do have some PlayStation 1 games that we would send home with you if you wanted to get like a bundle. Yeah, this is one of them. Final Fantasy 8. Yeah, they're the big ones with lots of discs. Now they can fit a lot on one disc, but it's pretty great. I don't remember what happens in this one. It's been a while. But yeah, and we have lots of other PlayStation 1 games to choose from. I think we have some Spyro's, Crash Bandicoot, if you're into that sort of thing. Yeah. Now we can go ahead a little bit in time, and I do have a couple PlayStation 2 games. If you have that console already, we don't have any PlayStation 2s in at the moment, but I'm sure we could ship some to the store if you're interested in buying one. Right now all we have are a few games here or there, and I'll just show you two that I picked out. This is Tony Hawk's Underground, and it's just a skateboarding game. Nothing too extravagant or anything like that, but it's pretty fun. Yeah. And then we have this is pretty nostalgic too. Digimon World Data Squad. You I believe you go around and catch Digimon and, you know, make them stronger and all that good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I was always more of a Pokemon fan rather than Digimon. Pokemon, but that's what happens when you have a business next to a pet store. And then we have some GameCube games, actually. Yeah, going way back. This is Star Fox Adventures. As you can see, it is $7. Not too bad. It's pretty rough. But if you have a GameCube, even if you have a Wii, you can play these on the Wii. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Nintendo is pretty good about that sort of stuff. Yeah. And then also, if you're into Mario and Luigi, Luigi's Mansion, as you can see here. This one you go through in different levels and rooms. It's pretty fun. I like this one. Yeah. Mario Kart. Yeah, a lot of people there are really obsessed with Mario Kart. I like it. I'm not really partial to it, but I like more storyline oriented games. Then we have some DS games here. Super Scribblenauts. Yeah, you go through and you basically just draw stuff that you think would be useful to solve people's problems. Yeah, it's not a crazy difficult game or anything. It's just a fun little time passer, I think. Yeah. Then if you like Sega games, Sonic Rush. Oh my gosh, my sister loves Sonic. Yeah. I always end up getting killed. I guess you don't really get killed, but there's rings everywhere all the time, every time I play. Yeah. Then I have Pokemon White version 2. Yeah, it's okay. My favorite version is Emerald, but yeah, they just remade Ruby and Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and I don't remember what Sapphire's called. Yeah, I probably should know that since I work in a video game store. Oh well. But I'm sort of hoping that they will redo the Emerald version as well. So I will be all over that. Yeah. Then, do you know what Kingdom Hearts is? Oh, well, I will, explain a little bit. It's sort of a Final Fantasy Disney crossover, which sounds sort of ridiculous, but, it works. Surprisingly, Square Enix and Disney collaborated on all these games. There's quite a few out now. I don't even think I could name them all if I wanted to. This is sort of a side game. Kingdom Hearts 358 out of 2 days. It's more of a story with a side character. Him right here. The blonde one. His name is Roxas. And, it sort of shows more of his story, which is nice, because he's a character that you sort of want to get to know more. I almost dropped all that stuff. would have been really bad. And then I do have a 3DS game here, besides Omega Ruby that is in the 3DS currently. Another Kingdom Hearts game, 3D Dream Drop Distance. And this has the main characters, Sora, Riku, and then Mickey Mouse. Yeah. They're fun games. They get a lot going on. Yay, in the first one you travel to all the different worlds because your world has sort of disappeared. So you're trying to figure out how to get it back. But you go to, like, Tarzan's jungle. I think the second one you go to the Lion King Pride area. I know you go to Halloween Town. Nightmare Before Christmas. If you're familiar with that. Yeah. I know, I think in 2 you go to the Little Mermaid area underwater, and your character sort of changes along with what world you're in. Like when you go to Pride Rock, you turn into a lion, and you become a merman when you go to see Ariel. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then we have the Pokédex for Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but it works for any of the ones before those, since they're all in there then for you. Any of the ones afterwards, you can use it, but it's not going to have all the Pokemon you need in there. Yeah. And then we have, I don't really like guidebooks at all, because I just feel like I should figure it out on my own. But the Pokemon X and Y guidebook, and it actually looks pretty cool without this hardcover case on it. See? And it feels really cool too. And then it has the Kalos, not sure, region on the inside here. It has the map, which is pretty sweet. Just put this back together. Yeah, they're pretty cool to have, even if you don't use them. And then, like I said, we do have video game magazines. This is the PS4 guide. And you could go through these, and if you see anything that you like, any games that you'd want us to order for you or something, you could fill out a form, and we could get that for you. At a decent price, I'm sure. The Xbox One guide, if you have either of these, if you've just gotten them, or something of that nature. And again, if you see something you like, or if you'd like to get a subscription to these magazines, I actually have a discount code. Yeah, the store gets it. And then Nintendo Power, and it actually has Sora, the main character of Kingdom Hearts, on the front cover. Yeah, the newer games should be out, I think, within the next year or so. Yeah. Well, you gotta think how much work has to go into game development and all of those things. I would not want to be the one that has to draw everything for that. It would be fun, definitely, yeah, I agree, but it would be very tedious. yeah. So, did you see anything that you like? Besides my Bulbasaur. You got the Nintendo magazine? Okay. Got that for you. Anything else? The XP. Well, this is a good choice. With the game? No. Oh, you have it. Well, that's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, not many people I know have it. I have one at home. Yeah. There is your XP. Just put that right there. Anything else? Luigi's Mansion? Do you have a GameCube? Wii. Yeah. I actually think I prefer the Wii. Let me just get that up for you. Luigi's Mansion. Anything else? I can tell you're thinking about something else. What are you thinking? Scribblenauts? I think you should go for it. Yes, we're all adults here, but who cares? Yeah. And if we're not adults, we're practically adults. Who's really an adult anymore, though? No one needs to grow up. Have fun and play Super Scribblenauts. Yeah, that'd be everything for you today. Okay, I'll just check you out. And then, you can be on your way.